What is going on, Halo fans? Luke the Notable here, and in this video, I'm going to try to convince all of you FPS Halo freaks out there to buy Halo Wars 2 this February. I did a Twitter poll about a week ago, and about 50% of people said that they were not going to be buying Halo Wars 2. Now, before the 343 shill comments start, because I know for some reason, if you liked Halo 5, then you become a 343 shill somehow. But before those comments start, let me just let you know that if Halo Wars 2 does well, me being a strategy guy, it is in my best interest that that game does well, so I'm trying to promote it as much as I can. So if you are a fan of the FPS franchise Halo, if you like killing people as Master Chief and grabbing Cortana's sweet blue boobies, go down in the comment section and tell me whether you are or are not going to get Halo Wars 2. And if you are going to get Halo Wars 2, please go down in that comment section and convince the people that are not to get it. I'm gonna try to do my best in this video to convince them, but sometimes it's better when the whole community comes together. Alright, so our first thing we have to get into is why the hell wouldn't someone want to buy Halo Wars 2, it being a Halo game? Well, most people say that they love the idea of Halo, they want to support Halo as much as possible, but they don't want to drop $60 on a game genre that they don't like. Pretty much everyone on Twitter said that they weren't going to get it, even though they were a Halo fan, because they didn't like the RTS genre. Most people are a little bit intimidated by the complexity and the micromanagement of RTS games, and that is totally true. RTS games, they're tough. They're strategy games. They're not just, point at that guy, shoot that guy, just kill, yeah, hoorah, Marines. It's tough. There's strategy. You got to think about your gameplay. You can't just go in guns blazing. It scares people when they see that the top tier RTS players are just little Korean guys doing 900 million clicks on a keyboard. Now let me tell you something. Halo Wars 2, it is nothing but that. Now in the upper levels, hell yeah. If you want to play some top tier dudes in Halo Wars 2, you're going to be doing just like this Korean guy. Thing is though, I've always said that Halo Wars is kind of like baby's first RTS. Being that Halo Wars is a RTS made specifically for console and console first, even though it's on PC, it is insanely simple because you don't have all of the actions you can do on a PC. Halo Wars alleviates that scary tingly feeling you get in your nutsack when you watch some high-level RTS gameplay. It's much more tame, especially when you first get into it. In low-level play, it's basically just a low-key battle simulator with Halo Wars people. Two bros building up huge armies and making them clash. It's beautiful game design because it's so easy to get into Halo Wars because it's so simple. However, if you've seen videos on my channel, if you do want to get more complex with Halo Wars, it's very easy to do so. But if all you want to do is smash two scarabs together until they make a baby, then, go ahead. A lot of people don't like getting rushed in RTS. They don't like getting attacked before they're ready. Essentially acting like that kid you knew where you played Super Smash Brothers and he said the only reason you beat him is because he wasn't ready. First off, grow up. And second off, rushing is probably going to be dead in Halo Wars 2. You have nothing to worry about. I made a whole video on this, not a very popular one, but I made a whole video on this essentially going over all of the facts that makes Halo Wars 2, even its deathmatch mode, not too rushy. Now, the first Halo Wars 2 beta was a very long time ago. They could have made changes, but with how they designed it, they made it so home bases, turrets, defensive strategies are much better. Halo Wars 1 bases were essentially made out of paper mache, and Halo Wars 2 bases are Trump's Great Wall. It's gonna be big and strong. It's, it just hasn't released yet. Most people that play RTS casually just want to build up a massive army, and that's exactly what most of you will be able to do in Halo Wars 2. Another complaint that I came across when I was trying to decipher what people don't like about RTS games and why they might stay away from Halo Wars 2 is the fact that RTS games take a long time. Who wants to sit around for an hour and a half waiting for all their units to build? That's why we have Blitz mode! Blitz mode is fun, fast action for the whole family. Blitz mode is all the fun of RTS, but in a much faster sense. And if you're not a big fan of micromanaging, then what you can do is play Blitz Firefight, which is the same Blitz mode, really fast against computer opponents, which are much easier for your tiny little brain. Halo community ain't gonna get tough without some tough love. Think they're gonna bring Halo 3 back if you don't kick them in the balls? Like, there is no way they're gonna bring back playable elites if you're whining about multi-managing in an RTS game. If you can't keep track of 4 units on the screen, go play Lumosity. This video is sponsored by Lumosity. Oh, you're such a shill! Why would you ever want a game to do well? It's like you fucking like things! No one can like things anymore! If it's not vanilla Halo 3, then I'm not happy. Alright, enough of that. My 7th point is the classic art style. I'm just getting more and more pissed off as I'm recording this. Okay, so Halo Wars 2 is bringing back a classic art style. Now, it's not true classic. It has that banished kind of, maraudery feel, but it's still a classic art style. Biggest thing is the Spartans don't look like Power Rangers anymore. We gotta support this. Everyone's been complaining that the art style doesn't look the same anymore. We're losing that classic Halo feel, and then they finally give it back, and half of you don't want to buy it? Spartans are gonna have cock armor again, and you guys are like, no, we don't care. At the very least, support the franchise that all of you have known and loved for the last 15 years. Or 16. Yeah, 16. Even Atriox has wiener armor, guys. Come on. Come on. And if none of that was convincing enough, the Shady Panda says, buy Halo Wars 2 or I'll kill your family in front of you. Now, we gotta bring up the elephant in the room, and that's microtransactions. Microtransactions are like AIDS in the 80s. If a game has it, some people won't even touch it. While I'm totally against the microtransactions in Halo Wars 2, it doesn't make the game any less insanely awesome. I've explained it in a couple videos now that yes, microtransactions will play a part, but like I was saying before, only really at the tippy top. Only dudes that really want to ascend to the highest part of the leaderboards are going to be affected by RTS. All you guys want to diddle the Arbiter's smooth little crotch flap in the back of your base while spawning in 3 separate scarabs, you know, it's not going to affect you. You don't have to fucking buy them, so don't complain about it. It doesn't ruin anybody's experience. It changes literally nothing. Now, there may be a rich-ass 8-year-old from Dubai who spent $1,400 on the game that's going to be pounding your ass, but that is very few and far between. It's like no one wants to step up to the challenge anymore. When Halo 5's rec packs were released, everyone was like, rec packs, they were whining about it. Meanwhile, all the Halo Alphas decided we're going to go up against those guys that put all the money in the game, and we're going to show them who the real Halo Alphas are. Take pride in the fact that you don't spend money on a game where you could easily ascend in it if you spent money. Take pride in the fact that you're good and they suck, and even if you're not good, well, it's still a fun game. At the very least, buy the game when the price goes down a little bit if you don't want to spend a full $60 on it. Halo's been in some tough times lately, and now with Halo Wars 2, with the promises of H3A and Halo 6, I think things are on the up and up. And hell, if you've never tried an RTS game before, but you're just scared about trying one, try Halo Wars 2 out. It is so easy to get into, especially since it's a console one, and you know I will be here to hold your tender little hand. I want to thank you all for watching and staying here as long as you did. If you are not going to get the game, comment down below, and I will have everybody try to swarm you and convince you to get it. I'm going to be giving away 20 official Halo Wars 2 strategy guides to anyone down in the comments section of this video, so make sure you go down there whether you want to get it or not. And if I convert you to the unstoppable tide of RTS games, then you know what? That's what we're going to do. And as always, thank you all for watching, stay notable, and I'll see you in the next video.